Well, welcome to Hamilton County Newsmakers. I'm Perry Williams, and today's guest that I have is Sharon McMahon. You probably remember her from her chamber days and many different things here in Noblesville over the years. Sharon, you and I go back probably more years than both of us want to admit.
Don't tell how many years.
Yeah. I'm not going to say
We'd give away
that.
a lot.
Yeah, we would if we said that number. Well, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Perry. It's great to be back. And yes, things are booming in Noblesville. You know, it's a great place to live. I love it. I'm involved in lots of things, and that's what we're going to talk about. Just one of those things today.
Well, Sharon, not only are you big into wellness and fitness, and you also have a little consulting group that you do for nonprofits. Mm-hmm. But now you wrote a book,
yes.
And it's very, very near and dear to your heart. I know that.
You bet, you bet.
So let's talk about that a little bit. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, you know, Perry, and I don't know if you have a pet or, you know, you love animals.
I do.
But most of the folks watching and listening understand if you've had a pet, it's a family member.
Absolutely. Okay,
so first and foremost, I think we're all agreed on that. And you know, I've owned pets for many years, and this, the one I wrote the book about, she was very special. And there's a lot of details in the book that I'm not going to go over now, but she was a rescue. Her name was Sweetie, and she was a rescue. And frankly, I will tell you, when we rescued her, I won't go into a lot of the details, but she was in very, very bad shape. In fact, she had to be rushed to the vet, and she ended up having 2 surgeries with 60 stitches.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that tells you a little bit about the shape she was in. Now, I wrote the book about Sweetie because she came through a lot. She was a brave girl, and I'm going to, I'll let you hold up the book if you wish.
Absolutely.
But, and we lost Sweetie this past November. She was 16. She lived a good long life, and she was only 5 when we rescued her.
Wow.
And she went through a lot of trauma, a lot of physical and emotional trauma, as you can well imagine. And so the title of the book, Sweetie's Scars, A Journey of Hurt, Hope, and Healing, because we took a dog that probably wasn't going to survive. And we were able to take her and love her, get her the treatment she needed, and for her to become a part of our family. Now, the reason, part of the reason I wrote the book, I'll be honest with you, part of the reason I wrote it is because it was very, very difficult for me to lose her. And it was very cathartic for me. So a little bit of selfish reasons. Yeah. However, you know, my husband and I were talking, and I said, you know, if someone had wanted to adopt Sweetie or take her out of this situation to rescue her, and they would not have had the means financially to get her the help she needed, she probably wouldn't have survived.
Sure.
So what I'm doing with the book, Perry, is the book is available on Amazon, first of all. Folks can go to Amazon or Amazon Prime and order the book. All of the proceeds from the book go to a special fund that I set up at the Hamilton County Humane Society, and it's called Sweetie's Rainbow Fund. And all of the money in that particular fund will be used to help a dog or a cat who comes into the Humane Society who has a wound or an acute medical situation that must be addressed immediately in order for that pet to be adopted. Now, I want to make sure everyone knows that if a wounded animal comes into the Humane Society, they'll take care of that animal. So I want everybody to understand that. They will do that. However, you know, those are funds that could also be used for the other needs they have. So the Sweetie Rainbow Fund is helping the Humane Society offset the cost of those medical issues. So that's what the proceeds from the book, Sweetie's Scars, A Journey of Hurt, Hope, and Healing. I brought a little picture here. This is Sweetie and me, and this picture's in the book as well. And this is Sweetie and me on vacation. Bruce he was on vacation too, but he didn't get in the picture because somebody had to take the picture. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. But 100% of the proceeds go to this Sweetie Rainbow Fund. And I think you have some information about something I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah, I understand that you have a book signing this weekend at the PetSmart store.
That's right.
On Saturday, May the 6th. And it won't be affected at all if we have this rain, right?
I know. In
You'll
fact,
stay dry.
There's a part of me that's hoping it's raining so people will not be out doing all those fun things while I'm inside. But if they come to the PetSmart on Saturday between 3 and 4 and Sunday between 2 and 4, I will be signing copies of Sweetie's Scars, and it's $5 a piece. All of the proceeds, all of the money goes to the Humane Society. And the Humane Society is having a special event that weekend and an adopt-a-thon there too. So expect to see some little critters up for adoption there as well.
Well, the one thing in this case here, and I think back, we have two dogs, which my wife and now me are very, very attached to, okay, and a Dachshund and a Yorkie, and but I know that many people get very, very close to their animals.
Absolutely.
And how important they are. And I know Jim has a cat here that stays at
I've seen the cat
at the
yes.
shop here,
Yeah.
and was at one time was in very bad health, and they've taken care of the cat, and we see him running around here every once in a while. But it was Sherry's mom's cat, and she passed away.
Right.
So it had to have a home, and good old Jim adopted the cat. So the cat lives here at the shop, and
lots of area to run around, which is that's something that cats like. They don't like to stay in one place. They like to move around.
Yeah, he even comes up here now.
I think it's even touched a little bit of Jim's
No,
heart. Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Wow.
he won't. And he's not going to come out and admit it here much.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
he probably would shed a few tears behind
think?
closed doors
No,
or
not
something.
all that.
Yeah. We'll see. That's easy to say right now, but it's amazing. The one great thing I think, and of course you and I are both retired, so it's a little bit easier coming home than coming home from a day's work and had a bad day. It seemed like, but man, it's always great when you come home to your animals, and they're always glad to see you.
They're
It doesn't matter
always glad to
how
see
bad your day was; they're glad to see you.
Even if you yelled at them before you left for work in the morning, they're still glad to see you.
Yeah, that's
Not that
true.
I ever did that.
Yeah, but they're always happy to see you, and I think this is a great thing to do because it's going to give people because we're very blessed here in Hamilton County. Have the Humane Society
we are
we have.
so blessed. We are so blessed, and they do a wonderful job. I don't know any people who work harder than the folks at the Humane Society. I mean, they are amazing, and this is just one way that Sweetie's legacy can live on, and she can, by virtue of the book, help other dogs and cats who need medical help at the Humane Society. And please remember, if you're thinking about adopting an animal, go to the Humane Society.
Absolutely.
It's goodness, there's so many there, and they want to see you. They want to see you come in, and trust me, they have something for everyone. They have small ones, they have large ones, they have all different breeds, what you would call purebred, which our Sweetie is an American Eskimo, was an American Eskimo, and but she was part of a rescue group because she had just been abandoned and not treated well. So, I hope to see you this weekend and drop by, and I'd like to sign the book for you. And you can help those other little dogs and cats who need help too by virtue of the sale of the book.
Absolutely. Let's go through this one more time.
Okay.
Your Saturday, May the 6th, at the PetSmart store.
Right here in Noblesville. It's up there by Best Buys.
Right.
Right.
And then and May the 6th is from 3 to 4. You'll be there signing books.
That's right.
And on Sunday, May 7th, after church,
After church.
2 to 4.
That's right.
You'll be back there signing, and also the Humane Society is going to be there to adopt the pets on Saturday only?
I believe both days.
Oh, okay.
That's what I understand, Saturday and Sunday, so you can see some of those prospective little furry creatures for your home, maybe, if you come by. So, although I told my husband, I said, you can't come because he would not leave empty-handed.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yeah, and
So.
But one of the things, Sharon, I think it's a wonderful thing for you to do, and I know that being raised here in Noblesville, and you and I both feel very, very blessed to be brought up in this city.
Absolutely, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
And have I've spent some time away from here and came back, and this town draws you to it, and there's a lot of wonderful things, a lot of wonderful memories, and a lot of wonderful friends, and of course, Sweetie was. You have a great memories, and it's right there in that book. Okay, so
it's
that's
all there, the whole story.
And and you could take this book too, and from the title and stuff, and kind of relate to your own life of some of the things that you've been through. Hurt, hope, and healing.
We all have some kind of scars, don't we?
Oh, absolutely.
If you're alive and you've lived as long as Perry and me.
Or Jim, as long as Jim has.
Okay, we could talk about so many things, but it's a privilege to be back here talking with you, Perry, and talking about Sweetie and the book. So, like I said, hope everyone drops by either Saturday or Sunday at PetSmart.
Well, you can come. You're welcome to come back in. You have a standing offer anytime you want to come on and talking about your endeavors. And who knows, there may be another book in the works here.
Oh, I have the bug. I've already started. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a completely different topic. In fact, it's going to relate to my Revolutionary War ancestor.
Oh, yeah, which you're a very big part of, too.
Yes, and all of the proceeds, I'll just tell you this, of that particular book, once I get it done and, on the market, will go to aid the Homeless Veterans Center in Indianapolis.
Which, we need to take care of our veterans.
Absolutely.
I mean, they took care of us, and we need to,
That's right.
Unfortunately, in our life, in Sharon's life, there were times in this country, and I'm ashamed to admit this, that we didn't treat our veterans as well as we should have, and when they came home. So we got a lot of making up to do.
Yes, we do. So stay tuned. I'll get more information to you. I'm working diligently on it.
We'll be glad to have you back here. Well, appreciate you coming back, because you used to be a regular and had a show on Hamilton County TV for a long time. So it's great to have you back, and we'd be glad to. I'd be glad to host you with any show, and then if you decide to come back, which I know you'll wait,
well,
you've moved on to that from.
I'll share a little secret with you. The reason that I did move on is that Jim would not use the glamour shot lens.
Oh, okay.
I asked and asked, and
but he did get you a mirror, though.
Yes, he did. He got me a mirror, so thank you, Jim, for that. We need to wind this up.
Oh, yeah. We're just kind of... Well, thank you very much for joining us here, and it's always a pleasure to have you, Sharon, and
thank you.
I'll see you next time.